Remain LFY's turn to ban. LFY's turn to ban.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to our Group A action here of the Perfect World Masters. A minor tournament, of course, happening. Day number 2 of the group stages. I am Breaky CPK. Going to be joined by Black this time here as my co-caster.
Third time's the charm, as they say.
Third time's the charm. I'm looking forward to this one, man. We got Vega Squadron versus LFY here.
Vega has been struggling a lot so far.
Yeah.
Haven't managed to win a single game, and even in the games they lost, they got completely destroyed. So it's going to be interesting to see whether they can really handle the pressure right now, because it didn't look like they could yesterday.
Yeah.
They kind of crumbled, fell apart.
Technically, with the math, this isn't win or go home just yet for them, but as you mentioned, they went 0-2 to both Complexity and Vici Gaming yesterday, so they're still even looking for their first victory. Worst case, if they lose this 0-2, they still actually are in it because they play SG Esports last, and then, you know, that's later on. We'll get to that later on, but the point is, you still want to win. You don't want to rely on that, right? You want to at least take a game here. If not, both would be something. But yeah, LFY, of course, a great team, though, on the other side.
Yeah, they should. Well, even a draw doesn't really help them too much, because SG is at 2 points and they're at 0.
Yeah.
So only really a victory is like what they should be aiming for.
Well, we're going to see how the draft starts coming up right here.
Omni ban. A lot of people started picking up Omni, and especially Chinese teams really don't like to play against it. So.
Okay.
Then Winter Wyvern has been first picked a lot, as well as Ogre. Just very two strong supports. And then Earth Spirit, Night Stalker, also very strong roamers. Night Stalker very strong offlane as well.
Yeah.
And then you have Beastmaster, who has been. I've only seen him once, and in that one game he completely destroyed the enemy. So he's banned out for a good reason.
He's one of the better heroes, I think it's safe to say, of the new patch. He's one that really exploded onto the scene.
The thing with Beastmaster is, it gives so much push potential to your team that you actually can pick heroes like Slark. Because usually when you have Slark, your problem is tower pushing, right?
Yes.
That was a water bottle.
Okay, we're good. I thought that was your phone at first. I was like, oh no.
Yeah,
all right.
So, what was it going to say?
About Slark, even you can pick a tower pushing.
Right.
Rings, yeah.
So like Slark, Spectre, that kind of stuff, they can't push towers, but Beastmaster takes care of that.
Okay.
From the off lane even.
Yeah.
So your mid lane is still completely free as well, and you can pick these like more greedy heroes. They can't really take objectives by themselves.
Yeah.
But that's like the main reason why he's banned. He just gives way too much to the team right now.
It's really interesting you say that specifically with the Slark, because we just casted Complexity right there versus SG Esports, and Complexity, the game number 2, they actually ran Slark with the Beastmaster.
Right,
sure enough. Now,
yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
It didn't work out in the end for them there, but the idea is there. It's understandable why they drafted
that. So first pick, just stable support, but usually people would first pick Tiny over AA, at least in current meta game.
Oh yeah.
So instead LGD got their hands on a Tiny clock. It's a very good combo. You can toss the clock on anyone and he can just get like a free cog.
Yeah. The poor man's Blink Dagger, as I like to say. It's a fun combo.
That's a very good combo. Tiny probably going to be carry. The only team that runs him as offlane is really Mineski, and they've pretty much lost every game with that as well. So.
They're another team that's been struggling a little bit over there in Group B, just like Vega Squadron. But, yeah, no, core, the safe lane Tiny is what you'd most expect to see here.
We have Tidehunter, lanes very well against the Tiny, although mid-late game, he's not that good against Tiny anymore because of status resistance. Anchor Smash barely lasts like a second, and your Ravage also doesn't really like impact Tiny too much.
I know it's still early on in this patch and everything, but... status resistance is getting a lot of attention, and Tiny especially.
I mean, that's because of his ultimate, because it's like 40%.
What do you think of it? Like, do you think it's good, it's healthy for the game, or are you not a fan?
Well, as soon as it came out, I said this is going to be a strength hero patch. Because it feels like, okay, the movement speed from agility, the magic resistance from intelligence, it really feels like status resistance is like way superior.
It's on another level, yeah.
Like, what would you rather have? 5% resistance or like 5% magic damage reduction? It's like pretty easy to say that. I would rather be stunned for 5% less seconds.
That's the reason why BKB, it's such a popular item,
exactly.
obviously.
And here, like Tiny, you can completely forego BKB because of that reason.
Yeah.
So they ban out Timbersaw, who is a lot of damage. I actually think Tiny just gets countered by pure damage.
Okay.
You can't really lock him down too much. Unless you have something like a Chronosphere, which they also banned out because that doesn't get affected by status resistance at all.
Okay.
Just kind of there. You disable for 5-6 seconds. And then, as I said, the other thing that counts as tiny is just like the pure damage that can like kill him right there. And Timbersaw is definitely one of the best heroes that can do that. So those two bans were directed towards the tiny, giving him a good game. And then Disruptor, one of the best heroes against Tidehunter. You can lock him down in the static field. As well as the, what is it called? Kinetic field and static storm.
There you go. Yeah. Static field, I mean, kind of works.
Yeah, static field.
It's both, yeah.
Combine it, yeah. Because Kraken Shell obviously still procs, but you can't leave the area. And then the same reason as a Doom ban. You get doomed, you can't ravage for 16 seconds.
Okay.
Kraken Shell doesn't do anything about it.
So there's definitely some logic here.
Yeah.
The bans.
It's actually kind of funny. Like, both teams banned out for their second pick.
Yeah.
Like, both bans are...
Yeah, I mean, inside of LFY, though, again, they did it for what we believe is going to be their one position. So
yeah, and they did it for the offlane. Vega did.
Exactly. So it's like, it feels like if you're going to be banning, maybe for the one is a little bit more value, if anything. But
yeah, definitely.
Witch Doctor.
Witch Doctor is very strong against Tidehunter. Maledict, of course.
Yeah.
Kind of counters the hero. Kraken Shell doesn't take it off. And it's one of the best ways to actually kill the beefy Tidehunter.
Okay. So looking at it from that perspective, I know Secret's been running a lot of Witch Doctor lately. Puppy specifically has been playing it for them, and I know he had a very successful win rate coming into this event. So I don't know if LFY necessarily has. I'm sure they played it many times before, but it's a matchup purpose.
So we're seeing the Tusk again. A lot of teams have been running the Tusk. Tusk is quite a strong combo. You can put down the Vortex, and then you have the Sigil on top. Your movement is actually slowed by like 50%.
Oh, yeah.
And it's very, very annoying to play. And of course, it's a Frost combo, so why not? Snowballs and Ice Balls.
With the Frost theme going on, yeah.
You know, like in school, when you like, there's like people throwing snowballs, right? And then you have like these jackasses who like throw ice balls. And they fucking hurt.
So here's the thing. I grew up in Southern California, so I did not even know what snow was.
Oh, that's
when I was in school, so
all right.
I'll take your word for it that was the case.
There's always jackasses that like, make these ice balls, and when they throw them at your head, it's
yeah, that would hurt.
It hurts.
That would really hurt. I'm surprised
really
they got away with that. Yeah, no, that's dangerous, man. All right, LFY, though, they got their supports, they got their core, so what do they need? Off lane here, probably going to be their pick, unless they want to go their mid, which usually want to save there for last at this point.
Yeah, usually want to save your... Well, sometimes the offlaner can also counter the carry so hard that your game actually becomes incredibly easy.
Okay.
But, wait, so there might be a clock offlane, actually, and a support Titan with a Witch Doctor.
Oh, interesting. All right.
So go straight into the DP. DP very strong against Tiny, Titan, and Clock, actually. It's one of the best heroes against Strength heroes because you siphon them, you get a lot of health, a lot of heal, and you damage them a lot as well, of course.
Yeah.
And again, Tiny status resistance doesn't really... Like, you can't really remove the siphon with it, or like, reduce the duration. So it's always going to be full duration, full length.
They were confident with that pick. Like you said, they picked it.
Instantly picked it, yeah.
Yeah. So now more reserve time. LFY doesn't have a lot to work with left.
Vega's teamfight is really scary right now. They have DP, AA, and Tidehunter. With 3 massive AoE ults. Whereas LGD doesn't really have any teamfight other than the Elder Titan. They banned out a Sven.
Speaking of teamfight, also Ancient Apparition Team A would have been good, so...
Yeah. But Sven is really strong against Tiny, so not surprised. They banned the Sniper out. Lifestealer. They don't really have a taxi for him. Well, I guess the Tusk will kind of fulfill that role. Medusa.
Man,
I like it.
These teams are confident with their final picks.
It is really, really hard to play against the lineup of Forever Young, actually. You have Medusa, Titan, and Witch Doctor. It is so hard to actually teamfight into that.
Yeah.
And of course, Medusa is kind of like a hard counter to Lifestealer. You use that Stone Gaze when he's raged even. And you have to run away as Lifestealer. And if you don't have Rage as Lifestealer, you're like only half the hero.
Very confident there. And so they final pick the Medusa.
Yeah. So late game is secured for them for sure with Tiny Medusa. They have objectives with a Tiny. They can defend their own towers with Medusa as well as Elder Titan. Their lineup looks really, really solid. But so does Vega's lineup. They can definitely kill the Medusa. They don't have a diffusal carrier, but they have so much damage that it won't really matter.
Okay.
Until like 5 or 6 slots. Then they might have a little problem to kill the Medusa, but
Understandable.
Ideally, you want to win the game before that happens against Medusa.
Yeah. Seems that the game plan for Vega Squadron then is going to be about this tempo, this early tempo, especially behind the Death Prophet, get the Exorcism pushing objectives.
Yeah. So I think what they can pretty much just leave all 3 lanes solo and do dual roam on the Vega side. They have 3 really strong solo laners. But I think what's going to happen is that the A is more likely going to just sit top and pull a lot, get a fast level 6, and let the Tusk do the roaming mainly.
Okay. Tusk in the hands of Slayer right here. I know he has been playing that hero a little bit himself lately.
Yeah. So it's a offlane Ayla Titan actually.
Okay, yeah, Afu on the Clockwork, you're right.
Yeah.
In flame
Offlane
here.
Ayla Titan. But I feel like Lifesteer should be quite easy for him to beat that. Especially if the A is around. It's kind of like a free kill almost. And then we have the Tiny being supported by Witch Doctor and Clockwork. So Witch Doctor definitely wants to stay bottom because Tiny can't 1v1 the Tidehunter. That's pretty much impossible. So Witch Doctor will have to zone him out a lot. And then mid lane DP against Medusa 5-5. They're both just free farm pretty much.
Yeah.
And then Clockwork is probably going to mirror the movement of the Tusk and vice versa.
Okay.
So we'll actually have to see. It kind of looks like it will be a somewhat slow early game. Just like looking at the heroes. DP, Medusa.
You sound excited.
I mean, yeah, it's going to be fun. I like farm fests.
Yes, you are a player that is known for doing that yourself, so I'm sure you can appreciate it.
Yep, it's going to be good.
You know, Elder Titan offlane, so we're seeing this here in the hands of Inflame. There was a time, wasn't there, Black, where Elder Titan offlane was a thing?
Yeah,
in
for
Dota history?
a very long time. Like, it was like 2 years ago, though.
Yeah.
So.
What was the deal with that? Why was this? And is that something that you could see still being relevant? Or?
Like, the biggest merit to it is that your damage gets amplified so much. Because you have very high levels early on.
Okay.
That means you have the max aura as well as the max stomp. Although usually nowadays, because the spirit got buffed so much, you usually go for the spirit and you just like whack people down.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like more of a damage dealer. But back then it was just used for the aura and stomp to amplify the damage of the other heroes that you have in your team.
Okay. Interesting.
What's the reduction again? Yeah, it removes both reductions by 100%. So basically, he was used to counter hard carries like TB, Morphling, like these armor heroes.
Yeah.
And Vega doesn't really have any, so...
Nope.
Yeah.
So very, again, somewhat of a unique pick here.
But then again, it was 2 years ago, you know.
Yeah.
Titan changed a lot since then. There's a lot of right-click builds now. We go like armed BKB, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I mean, his talents are really good for that. 200 health, level 10.
Yeah, what does he get? 200 health, move speed.
He has a lot of good carry talents. 100% life leech, level 25, actually.
That's a lot of lifesteal, yeah.
If you ever get there.
All right.
But like just passive, you know, it's kind of, I don't know. I've never seen it.
Not bad, yeah. Maybe this will be a game to take us there. As you mentioned, LFY, they wouldn't mind taking it to the late game.
Yeah, late game they shouldn't be able to do with Tiny Medusa as well as Elder Titan. Alright, unpausing the game now. 4 heroes moving bottom for Vega Squadron. Lifesteer being solo top for now.
That Clockwork getting vision down. So they're making their way into the jungle.
Fight under the tower.
Fight under the tower, says Tiny. Probably expect something's coming. So yeah, they're just gonna pick up a tree and run back to the tier 2 tower.
Yeah.
It's a funny animation. I love it.
Very cute.
That song in your head, just dun, 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 dun. He's like chasing a butterfly too.
Yeah.
Oh, like, Dota, what have you become?
It's like the cutest thing in Dota, the mini Tiny holding a tree.
It really is something.
You know, back then you wouldn't actually like skill your ult until you buy Aghanims. Just so you have to queue Tiny.
Of course,
Look how cute it is.
Now you get the actual Tiny carrying a big ass tree. Where's he going, by the way? He's going for a journey.
Are they gonna swap lanes?
Looks like it.
The Vegas actually.
Yep, maybe not. And now he turns around.
All right.
Huh.
So Vega's gonna play dual offlane. Tusk is gonna roam between middle and bottom. But yeah, mid lane shouldn't. I don't think either mid lane can really die. It's like. DP will just siphon life, and Medusa got the mana shield. They're both very, very beefy. They're just gonna pull the wave.
I mean,
you whacked him twice. Bam!
That's a lot of damage,
Throw the 3 times.
Got one more and then a throw. Oh, he just throw it here.
Well, it's half health.
Take that. Yeah, but he still pulls it successfully. I mean, he didn't get one creep, but not the end of the world. And what does that do? Is that, obviously, there's a Titanhunter doing this for a reason here. Is that just to get lane control? And
no, he's doing that because basically Tiny's kind of caught under his tower now. And during that time, he will be able to deny almost the whole creep wave. But he lost aggro of a creep, so that's pretty bad.
Okay.
Yeah, usually what happens, you want to actually pull them like here, between the towers, and then kind of just deny all the creeps there.
Okay.
Because basically Tiny loses an entire creep wave, and you gain an entire creep wave.
Sounds pretty good. Pretty good trade-off right there.
But yeah, he pretty like he didn't do it very well.
Okay.
He only got one creep. I mean, he only got 3 creeps, and then 1 creep even went back. So in total, he only had like 2 creeps out of 4.
The effort and idea was there, but the execution, unfortunately, not the greatest. Tiny already 7-1.
They're actually triple laning top and leaving the Tiny solo bottom. That's interesting. This Tiny's gonna have a lot of problems later on.
Well, how about this tri-lane top? I mean, they're going to go into Lifestealer right now. The Astral Spirit coming on over. We get some auto attacks in. Oh, Afu with the cogs to push him back, but the Ryu is still going to be able to walk through the trees. And
yeah, you see this Elder Tiny did a lot of damage.
Yeah.
25% health left on the Lifestealer.
Do you think, I mean, with this tri-lane up at the top lane, and you mentioned what happens with Tiny there, maybe going to hurt him a little bit, but if you're LFY, obviously they're doing this for a reason. It's a secure farm another time, but more so to take away from Lifestealer.
Yeah. I mean, Lifestealer is a very good matchup against the Tiny. So keeping the Lifestealer low on gold definitely helps the Tiny as well in a way. But I feel like Tiny's actually doing really well right now.
Yeah, he's 11-3, 9-0 Titanhunter.
Yeah, but as the levels like rise, he will have a lot of problems, I think. Because Anchor Smash gets lesser cooldown.
Oh, is G in trouble? G, this might be first blood actually coming out. The Siphon's up, but early levels might not be enough. G goes down, sure enough. Afu.
Haste Rune on clock.
Yeah, battery assault, haste rune equals kill.
Okay, that's pretty much the only way the DP can actually die if he goes to Rune and he gets isolated with a clockwork.
Echo stop with the Maldic top lane. The cast comes out, bounces once, does not bounce back to him, so Slayer's going to be fine, but the Ryu, he's the one in a little bit of trouble. Neither one dies, but a lot of damage going out, so this Elder Titan and Witch Doctor alone are doing plenty of damage.
Yeah, I mean, this Elder Titan, the second spell got buffed a lot recently, and he just hits like for 100 damage every time. So you really can't fight him as long as the spirit is up. And then like, it is a lot. Oh yeah.
You look at Clockwork here, man. He's just zoning out the Ancient Apparition. He's not going to catch up to him for a kill, but
he actually wanted to go for a kill though, but didn't end up working.
Yeah. I guess being a distraction in the end.
Yeah. So the problem Tiny has, he only has 1 tango left now, whereas Tide still has 3 tangos and a flask. And he just ate his last tango on Tiny, so he will have a lot of region problems soon.
He does have that wand there, but it looks like he does have the bottle also queued up. I was going to say, is that something you could see him getting? And
Bottle Tiny is not bad at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he still needs 400 gold for that as well.
Going to be a while. Astral Spirit, yeah, plus 126 damage for the other Titan. That is absurd.
And that is only level 2 spirit. It still
really,
doubles.
They really did buff that, didn't they?
They did, yep.
All right.
DP pressuring Medusa a little bit in mid lane. Even though DP got killed, he still got more CS, so he's doing a good job in that lane. And Witch Doctor rotating bottom.
Oh, that means he's not at the top lane. Other Titan, the Cold Feet does not proc. The Cog's a little bit awkward right there. He goes for the Echo Stomp, but a rage, of course.
Yeah, Elder Titan is really hard to kill.
Yeah.
Like he has Stomp and the movement speed bonus from the Spirit. Mid lane is not really much happening.
Successful there, but you were talking about, I mean, Death Prophet 20-8 now, so even with that death, he's doing pretty good. 18-8 Medusa, so it's not like he's overwhelming Medusa, but slightly winning.
Titan actually went down bot lane. That was unexpected.
Yeah, level 2 Maledict coming. I wouldn't have thought to check, but you mentioned Maledict, great against Tidehunter, so ends up getting that kill.
Because Tiny didn't actually use his combo. He only used 1 avalanche and he died. He must have come back to the lane with like really low health. TPing back bottom now. He should have a quite easy lane now though.
Yeah. Picks up the Soul Ring as well. That's a nice regen from that.
Death Prophet queuing up bottle next.
Is this a Yule's game for Death Prophet, you think, in the Yule's ASAP?
I think Yule's is... It's not mandatory this game, because there's not really like any silences or any spells you can really dodge with it. But Yule's on DP is kind of just like her farming item, you know? They get a lot of movement speed, a lot of mana regen, a lot of teamfight utility. They focus you can heal yourself up. So it's definitely not a bad pickup, but not mandatory. So he might just go for like a solar crest as well. We'll have
Top
to see what he's
lane.
looking for.
They're going in again. Open
Mid lane
wound
as well.
There's the ice shards, and yeah, no chance.
Mid lane going on the DP.
Oh, DP middle lane.
Dying,
Yeah.
yep.
There you go. Bottom lane, not much pressure, but so 2 different lanes, 2 different action, and 1-for-1 exchange really between them. So I guess the trade is definitely better for LFY though, getting the death profit mid.
Yeah, and they also didn't have to commit as many resources as Vega did. So Tiny is still free farming middle. He's going for a Shadow Blade first, after the threats and bottle.
Oh, okay, he's gonna combo him right here. We'll see what can happen. Maledict eventually comes out. That's level 2.
Yeah.
Cask.
Oh.
He's going to bounce back. It's not going to. He tosses him again, though, in. That Maledict damage is adding up. I don't think it should be enough, though. Yeah, Afterlife will survive.
Maybe he still has a healing salt as well.
Whoa, top lane. More action up here. Elder Tiny's kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. The Ice Shards and his own team's cause. He goes for the Echo Stomp. Hits 2, actually. And now he's going for the turn on the Ancient Apparition. He will eventually get the kill. He's dropping, though, pretty quickly. Lifestealer sitting on top of him, so a 1-for-1 exchange up at the top lane. As Elder Titan does end up falling.
Was still quite good again for LYF though, LFY, simply because they only needed to commit 2 heroes, whereas the enemy team needed to commit 3 heroes.
Yeah.
Which looks like it's getting a lot of levels bottom right now, and Tiny, as I said, is free farming bot lane as well. And mid lane Medusa is having quite the edge now. It's 1,000 net worth ahead of the DP. There's a lot of net worth, man.
Yeah, switching over to that right here, yeah, 1,000 plus, and obviously Tiny up there with the Medusa, pretty much tied, in fact. So.
I actually think some of the CS from Death Prophet are cogs, like the Clockwork cogs.
Oh, so just taking out that, yeah.
Right, yeah, because the net worth shouldn't be like this with the CS they're having.
Huh.
Oh well.
Interesting, yeah, that's it's pretty one-sided right there.
Yeah.
Favor of the Medusa. Bottom lane, Tiny, he's going right into the Shadow Blade, by the way.
Yep.
Power treads.
Treads into Shadow Blade. I always really like to have one Invis hero on your team at least, to make the enemy supports like fear you, as well as have to make them spend money on sentry wards. Because it makes them even poorer than they already are.
Yeah. It's a good way to look at it. Hastrun's stolen by Tusk right in front of Medusa. He's trying to use it to maybe go into Clockwork right here. Ice Shards.
He would just like block him out.
Oh, he's gonna box him in here now. G comes in with a Siphon. Cryptstorm is ready. Gonna need that to finish him off. Afu, though, with the magic stick at the last second. Manages to survive. Super using the Stone Gaze as well to help out. But man, Clockwork living despite that 3-man gank. That's big.
Yeah, you can see the rotations of Vega are usually very ineffective or not working at all. And you can see it in the gold as well. 3k gold advantage already for LFY. Top lane a bit in trouble?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Well, he still might be. They're rotating in. Ice Shard's just going to snowball in. TP from Clockwork and also the Witch Doctor. Will they get here in time? In Flame. He does not have the Echo Stomp. The Cogs are unable to save him, but maybe get some turn kills. Ancient Apparition definitely dead. Slayer's definitely dead on him as well.
It was a very strong cog. It held in both supports. And yeah, they just got like 2 free. Again, like the rotations aren't very effective.
Yeah. It's working out for LFY. So Elder Titan, he'll accept death. I mean, he has 3 deaths, but overall, it's better for them. It seems like
he's enabling the supports a lot. You see the levels. Witchcraft is almost level 6. Clock needs a full level to level 6. But you compare it to the Dire supports, not even level 4, and Tusk is barely level 4. So they're having a way better game on the Radiant supports.
Well, Ancient Apparition coming to the bottom lane and maybe trying to make a play on him on A.
They need to do something about this Tiny. He's just been free farming bot lane. And he shouldn't have such a good lane against the Tidehunter.
Well, they're trying. I mean, 3 heroes again coming down, but...
Smoke already revealed, though.
Yeah.
They can't touch him anymore now.
It's too far. They had Ravage even. Just don't get the chance to use it.
Well, A is going to try to get an offensive ward down bot. Yep. Will do so. They're still trying to go on him.
Well, Manet's kind of just... He wants this bounty rune. He's going to try to turn on the Slayer now, but this is where it could set up for Vega Squadron.
This was just greedy.
Yeah, that was very greedy. Obviously, he didn't know Ancient Apparition was here as well, but... Is he actually going to live through this? Just shards. Okay, but G's going to cut him off.
And wait.
There you go. I mean, that was a hell of an attempt to live as long as possible, but yeah, the greed is real, as you pointed out, Black.
Yeah, I mean, it happens a lot to carry players, honestly. They just want to have this bounty rune and then maybe go to the other bounty rune as well, take that one, feel good about yourself, you know?
And you're dead.
And you die. Yep.
That's how it worked out for him. Elder Titan back to the top lane. He's in some trouble here. Those are the Echo Stomp. Maybe actually Life's just one in trouble. Sets up the easy cog trap. He's going to go for the Rage TP though, with a hook shot in the face. Will, of course, stop that. The Death Ward helping to play plenty of damage. And Inflame actually even gets credit for the last hit. That was a great turn.
Actually, the Lifesteal could have killed him if he sticked up and dodged the ET stun with Rage, because he had 17 stick charges. And ET only had 200 health, so like 3 right clicks and he would have actually died. So it was a little misplay by the Nikes. And because without the Elder Titan, I don't think they can even kill him.
Monet, cold feet, they're going to gush him. They're going for the Ravage. They really want this kill. Will they even get it, though? A lot of TP's coming in. They're definitely not getting it. And we're going to see that poor man's Blink Dagger. No, he's not going to check him in.
He's really tanky.
Sure is.
1.6k health on a Tiny to a stick. No hookshot available right now, and no Death Ward available either.
Cask, though, it's going to slow them down, if anything. Even Death Prophet getting hit by it. The snowball rolling, however. Nice cogs blocking them out. Beautiful timing from Afu. I remember watching Afu at TI7, man. I was very impressed with him, as many others were.
Yeah, very hype.
Yeah.
Especially because he came out of C, and then he joined the Chinese team.
That's right.
And he did super well.
I remember also holding a skateboard in the picture at TI.
Oh yeah, he likes skateboards.
Looked like a badass.
And he likes caps too.
Cool guy. Hook shot, middle lane. Speaking of Afu.
He can infest the melee creep, so he shouldn't be in problem.
Yeah. He's going to do that and survive for now, at least. Although G thought about coming in to make a play. Infest pops out, but G, okay, that's going to be a Siphon turn kill and a Clockwork at least. But he even popped Exorcism for that. Or no, that was
for the bot tower.
Okay, I was going to say. All right, that's going to be ending, and he'll heal up from that. So, all right, that actually worked out for Vega Squadron.
So Tidehunter's not opting for a blink. He's trying to get a mech. He went Hood into mech, which is like just a pure tank build, frontline build. You can actually see the gold advantage is down to 1k from 3k previously. So Vega did a very good job at coming back into the game. The DP, what is he going for? So he got his Veil in the courier. He's going for threats. And then probably a Yules after. Maybe even a BKB.
So you mentioned they're coming back with a net worth, well, obviously they are, but I am noticing a lot of that is on the Tidehunter, to be fair, who actually is leading for them. How impactful is that? How good is that for Vega?
Tidehunter is, for a while, going to be almost unkillable for them.
Yeah.
When he has this Hood and mech, they can pretty much just 5-man towers down. And during that time, LFY kind of have to dodge the fights. They can't really take him. That means the Tiny will have to split push. And yeah, if you have to avoid fights with a Medusa, it's gonna at some point get a bit problematic. But once they survive that really strong phase of the Tidehunter, and they get their BKBs up, well, they won't really go for BKBs, honestly.
Yeah.
Like Medusa doesn't want to go for BKB,
No.
Tiny definitely doesn't want to go for BKB. So we will actually have to see how that works out, because if you don't go BKB on Medusa this game, it's gonna be very problematic for you.
There's the Maledict set up. Even the Earth Splitter going to be activated for this. It gets the easy kill on a Tidehunter.
Look at that Elder Titan, man.
Yeah.
He's hitting for 200 damage. He got 120 bonus damage from the Spirit.
Level 1 natural order as well, so that minus armor reduction starting to kick in.
Yeah.
Lifestealer can't do anything at that point. So much for that Tidehunter. You know, looking really good at the top. He's still up there, but slowing down now a little bit.
Yeah. And he needs that mech to be really, really tanky, because now he doesn't really have armor. He only has 6. Mech will bring him up to 13.
Clockwork. Snowball in. There is a little bit of team support nearby. G's going to try to cut him off. Clockwork's though. But the Ice Shard's also thrown in. The Echo Stomp does hit G, so they kill off Fu. But Death Prophet, yeah, he's fine. He had the Exorcism up. They were not going to fight into that.
Yeah, they're going to get the... They might not even get the mid tower, but they're going to try to pressure it. Wait, he's not actually trying to pressure it?
No.
Alright.
A little scared. So it sounds like you would have liked him to pressure that, though.
Yeah, for sure, because Exorcism was up for like another 10 seconds.
Yeah.
That means even if they go on you, you're going to heal straight after. So you wouldn't lose any health.
Well, chooses to play the safe route, I guess.
Yeah. So Tiny's Shadowblade is up, but he didn't choose to do any aggressive moves yet. And he definitely can't kill his Tidehunter. So I guess it's just like a Shadowblade more as like an escape mechanism, more than being aggressive with it.
Yeah.
Which is fine, because as we spoke about before, Dust on Tiny doesn't last very long.
True.
Of the status resistance, so it's one of the best escape tools. And you can also build it into a Silver Edge later on to remove the Kraken Shell of Tidehunter, to be able to burst him down.
Even Lifestealer as well, not bad against him.
Yeah, Feast is definitely one of the most important parts of the hero.
Elder Titan, I heard the stomp. Okay, just farming with it.
Yeah, then you have the Medusa. He's going for a very unusual build, for now at least. Because nowadays people always go Mask of Madness into
wow,
Yasha,
yeah.
but he went Blade Mail into Force Staff.
Interesting. You know, this reminds, I want to say Eternal Envy was doing this a little bit more recently.
Yeah, Envy builds Blade Mail a lot on the hero, but I don't know if it goes Force Staff as well. I mean, it's not bad. It's just different. Like you're a different Medusa, basically.
But I was going to say, the obvious thing here, though, is that as far as damage output from Medusa, it's not going to be as threatening. Is that an issue? I mean, did they need her to be this big damage dealer?
Now, the thing is, the Dire side has quite a bit of AoE damage. Top fight.
Yeah, they're going top lane right here. The Ryu, he got caught with the hook shot on the mounting stuff, and that's definitely a kill. The Earth Splitter even activated on top, and Ancient Apparition ported right into it. He puts out the Ice Blast as he dies with his last breath right there. So he goes down, though. Afu. Stone Gaze activated. Afu's not going to run after Slayer. And Cogs are up. Battery cell in 1 more second. The Cogs were just out of range. Trap him in.
Sigil slowing him down, so he couldn't get in range for the Cogs.
But 2 for nothing still.
Yeah, they mainly just lost this fight because they TP'd him 1 by 1 by 1. So the last TP was, like, I think 6 seconds long. Tiny is on... No, I mean... wow, it's 500 damage.
You're not killing him, buddy. Yeah, that was an odd decision. Although maybe it's like, you know what, I have teammates nearby. We're going to try to make you fight.
He's in trouble now. That was a very odd decision.
I don't know what he was thinking there, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure he knew also that he can't kill him.
Wow. Wow.
Well, why was his TP so long?
Yeah, I was going to say, he was not going back to base. There's no way.
Yeah, he's probably TP'd to like a tier 1 or tier 2.
He might have been going to tier 1 because of what's going on here.
That was...
yeah, LFY making a couple of back-to-back odd decisions.
Yeah.
Allowing Vega.
Well, so... Elder Titan is trying to go for a Rod of Atos, very tanky item. Oh, I just realized Medusa only has 940 health. Like below 1,000 is so rare for a Medusa to actually see that.
Yeah. That is, so this kind of goes back to that whole idea with the fight kind of broke out as you're getting at it, but this build, I mean, the lack of damage output, a concern or no?
The thing is, once Exorcism is popped, it would kind of just like auto hit you, so Blade Mail isn't terrible, but I wouldn't say there's like a very, very good Blade Mail game. I mean, he's still hitting for like 170 damage, but his attack speed is pretty non-existent. So now he's going into a Hurricane Pike. So he will play like a more slow game, like a more utility kind of Medusa. Yeah. And he'll leave the DPS up for the Tiny. At least early game. Of course, late game he will still do a lot of damage.
Yeah, he'll adapt into that, I'm sure. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, Tiny obviously takes care of that.
Yeah. So Elder Titan and Clock smoking up top behind the Tiny. It's not a very obvious smoke because they were showing on 2 lanes before. So this could potentially get them a 1 kill. And there's no rage on Lifestealer right now.
Yep.
If they saw it, he's dead. But I don't think they saw it.
Well, they saw Lifestealer at least. Yeah, I don't know if they saw the rage itself, but... Afu's going to run in a little bit, get some vision down. They did also see the Tidehunter right there, but again, Tidehunter's one of those, want to second guess yourselves, but they don't want any second guess right here. They're going to go in. Maledict is up. Off to the side, Eyeshot's going to fly in, but it doesn't matter. Afterlife will definitely die here. That Death Ward on top of the Earth Splitter, no chance. Ice Blast comes in response, hitting a couple of heroes over here. Avalanche activated on a G. He got nearby, trying to maybe save his teammate, and that might come at a cost now. Rod of Atos also locking him in place. Eventually, the Elder Titan picking that up. Stone Gaze activated as well. The toss Sand almost saved Tusk, it seemed like. Ends up killing him, but a little bit interesting choice right there.
Yeah, he wanted to finish off the Tusk with a toss, but he got a Stone Gaze, so he doesn't take any magic damage anymore.
Okay.
That's why he survived that. But yeah, the Witch Dog like got in 1 last auto attack to kill him. So no problem there. So Tiny needs 1,000 gold for the infamous Saint Yasha on him.
Yep.
Everybody's building that. Rod of Atos finished on Elder Titan.
Yeah, drums in a...
Medusa got a Hurricane Pike already. He's very fat.
Yeah, Medusa Super is the top farm of the game, so definitely making use of that money.
Yeah.
Just,
as I said, more utility for now.
Yeah.
As soon as he finishes up his Skadi, though, he's going to become a big threat, and that's when the Blade Man is also going to kick in, because he will have to start to focus that hero.
Okay.
And of course, you don't want to focus a hero with Blade Mail.
Seems counterintuitive. Usually don't want to do that. Lifestealer, Desolator, almost finished. 1,000+ gold saved up before 1 more Mithril Hammer.
Mana Boots and a Medallion on Tusk. Jules just picked up by DP. He wants to go straight into an Octarine Core. I wouldn't advise that. I think a value Plate Mail before like a casual one is very important for the hero, especially against so much physical damage. Lifestealer 400 gold for Desolator. And Tidehunter is going for Blink now. Very, very late, but they need a Blink.
Yeah. Need something to get in there with.
For the Lifestealer as well.
Be the vehicle, exactly.
Oh, they're going to try to burst down the Tide again.
Here we go, Earth Splitter on top, Astral Spirit's up. I mean, this should be enough. Yeah. Oh, okay, there's the mech heal, so it is Tidehunter. Maybe not. Ravage comes out, Afterlife. Going for the Ryu, actually say. Now look at a turn. But, okay, they at least get the one on a Clockwork due to the Ice Blast.
It was still worth it because they forced out a Ravage for a support clock.
Okay.
Unless they lose more now, then it's going to be problematic.
Well, going to catch Elder Titan there. Throws him in the air with the Walrus Punch, but Tusk. Quick response coming out onto him, and he'll end up falling. Meanwhile, all that, you look at the top lane, Monet, he's just putting pressure on that Tier 2 tower. Yep. While that was happening. So definitely a victory for LFY.
A very bad trade for Vega. They used the Ravage, they lost 2 heroes, and Tiny was the free farming top. Tiny's actually going for a BKB. I haven't seen this like in forever.
You mentioned that earlier. Probably not going to get it, sure enough. He's going for it. In another case where he tries to pick a fight that he probably wasn't going to win. Oh, man, that was best bomb a chance.
Yeah, it was close.
Very close call.
Tiny needs to be a bit more careful. Actually, he seems to be just...
He thinks he can kill anyone.
You know, when his Shadow Band is close to running out, he always just wants to combo people. He like starts hitting them and...
Might as well try. No. Shouldn't always be your idea there. Yeah, these... Obviously, Tidehunter's the top of the list as the worst options. Lifestealer's next in line, probably.
Yeah.
He's a tough one to kill.
DP is also quite tough.
And then DP, yeah, none of these are really the best options, to be fair.
So DP is going back for BKB instead. I like the choice a lot. Just smoked up. 4 hero smoke. They might want to try to steal Roshan with the Exorcism. Yeah.
Ooh.
Try to do right here.
This is pretty big for Vega, seems like.
Actually, LFY also just smoked up.
Yeah.
And they have no idea they're actually going Roshan. So they're probably going to trade a Tier 2 tower for Roshan, which is very good for Vega because they have no Ravage right now.
So avoiding a team fight, but getting a great objective out of it.
Yep.
And there's the Aegis, picked up by Lifestealer over the Death Prophet.
But DP usually doesn't want to take it because even if you pop Exorcism and then you die, you respawn without it, and then you're basically not very strong anymore.
Makes sense there. Bottom Tier 2, it'll fall.
But yeah, I'm very worried for Vega because the late game prowess of LFY is very scary, and they're getting there. They're at 7k gold lead already with a lineup that's supposed to be behind at this point.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very rough for Vega. Even though it didn't look like they were losing too much control of the game, like slowly and steadily, they fell behind it quite a bit.
Yeah, as you mentioned that, I am a little bit surprised to look up and see that a 7,000 net worth lead. I didn't think it was actually going to be that much, but...
The Medusa has been farming very efficiently, and of course the Tiny has pretty much been free farming the entire game. You see, he has only participated in 2 kills, but he has been farming a lot.
Ooh, Ancient Apparition got spotted.
Maybe it's TP, he could just TP out. Yeah.
Stone Gaze. Not gonna matter. Well played. Yeah, I don't know what the plan was there. It was
like forced in front of him or something.
Yeah, that was an ambitious move on the part of Medusa, but I mean, I guess not the longest cooldown there.
Yeah. So Elder Titan is going for a BKB next. And we spoke about he's just kind of trying to be like that hard hitter.
Clockwork, good job using the hookshot to escape.
Out. Yep, very well done.
Yeah, so BKB on him. We talked about the... Okay, so he didn't go BKB on Tiny. He ends up going AC now.
Yeah, it's like much more plausible choice. Yeah. You don't want to go BKB on Tiny. It really doesn't help you that much. Adder Lancer, Witch Doctor though. So his cast range is massive.
Oh, yeah.
And his Death Ward range, of course, as well. Melodic range.
I think Melodic range is honestly probably the big... Because Melodic feels so short when you don't have something. But obviously that helps extend it quite a bit.
Yeah.
Monet, he's going to jump it on 2. They get to pick off on the Ancient Apparition right off the bat. And here's the response. Ravage doing plenty of damage. Tiny. Suck coming out from G and should be enough to finish him off. Maybe 4 staff away. Going to be safe. Super does not have the Stone Gaze, remember. Dude, him trying to use that earlier, so unable to come to play here. But now Afu, he's the one taking the Spirit Siphon from Death Prophet. And another one added on top of that. The Crypt Storm, not enough damage initially. The auto attack, though, is enough. But now G, he could be in some trouble. The Echo Stop does not connect. Good job with the Eels. Throwing himself in the air, if anything, to help avoid it. And he's going to keep running. We're not even done just yet, though. They definitely want to go back in, Monet. All right, he's not going to find the angle just yet, though.
They might want to try to burst. No.
Really? Okay, they're going to try to go for Super. I don't know about that. And now he has Stone Gaze especially.
I mean, they can't now. And in 300 gold, he has a Scotty.
Oh, jeez.
So, if not now, then when?
Yeah, it's only going to get worse, that's true. But at that point, I don't think they were going to be able to do it either. So
Lifesteal picked up a Death Zone, and then goes into a Saint Yasha. It feels very late for Saint Yasha on Lifestealer. I think he should be more focused towards late game now. Oh no, he's going back for an AC now. What are they doing with the quick buys in this game?
They're just not
trying
sure.
to juke me.
Keeping us guessing. They know you're casting, man. They're keeping you on your feet. Here you go.
So 500 gold for BKB on DP. And then he's probably going to go into the Shiva's Guard after that. 1000 gold for Steph on the Ancient Apparition.
Yep, great item this game.
Yeah, but he's going to take a while to get it. 50 gold left for the Scadia Medusa. 100 gold for 4 Steph on the Clockwork. And yeah, what is Tyke going for? Also a 4 Staff. So it's basically a game of 4 staffs.
Sure is. Popular item in this game, understandable.
Well, every game is 4 staff game.
G, he's dead here.
G is really dead.
No chance to get out. God, that Earth
They
Splitter.
even used Stone Gaze. That was a bit too much, but you know, a kill is a kill.
It is. Maybe expected more of a response, to be fair. I mean, that's a death prophet down there, and understandably Vegas, I mean, they were heading over, but couldn't get there in time.
Yeah. A little anti-timing. But look at the Titan. 2.3k health. There's just so much HP.
And again, it goes back to he actually hits pretty hard. He's level 15. He doesn't have that talent just yet, but the hero attack or the magic resistance, I mean...
Let's see. I'm pretty sure he's going to take the hero attack.
Yeah, magic resistance doesn't seem that strong in this game.
Yeah, he took the hero attack. And then you take 70 attack speed and 100% life leech, and you're good to go, man.
You're good to go.
Okay, honestly, the 75 Earth Splitter cooldown is very strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think you would want to forgo that, even for lifesteal.
That makes it a 25-second cooldown. Yeah, Earth
the
Splitter is
ability
very
is very
good.
strong. Yeah. So Tiny needs
does a lot.
Another 1,300 gold for AC. Same as lifestealer, pretty much.
All right.
But yeah, as you spoke about, Medusa hard counters a lifestealer. He actually won't really have any game right now. Because he got Skadi as well as Stone Gaze. It's going to be very hard for lifestealer to fight. Especially because he's way behind the net worth as well.
So what does Vega Squadron do here then? I mean, is it just wait for another Roshan? Is it just try to...
But the thing is, the longer they wait, the worse it gets for them. They really need to start forcing... They haven't really tried to be aggressive at all.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, the early game rotations were... Like, they tried to be aggressive, but they didn't work out. And ever since then, it kind of looks like they were just scared to try stuff.
You see the tier 1 top is even still up. They've only gotten 2 tower kills.
Like, Ravage has been off cooldown for 3 minutes now, I think. Same as Exorcism. They just didn't try anything with it. Well, DP got BKB now, so I think if you want to do something, you should really do it now.
Yeah.
Because this Medusa is getting out of hand. And so is the Tiny, to be honest.
Just going to get worse, so.
Tiny as Soul Cuirass and 300 gold. It's going to amplify the Medusa a lot as well.
Oh.
So now they're smoking up with the BKB.
Here's that attempt. What is going on here?
Wait.
Ancient in the backlands. Anyways, Monet's going to be jumped by the Blink Ticker. They pick him off right off the bat. The Ice Blast was used for that as well. DDC is going to be blocked out by the Ice Shard Super. In the midst of it, still has a Stone Gaze holding off for now. Finally activates it. Genie with the Spear Siphon onto him, but now going the other direction. BKB pops. The Echo Stomp hit a couple of heroes in the backlands, allowing Medusa getting some good right clicks on the auto attacks. Hurricane Pike's away before he gets frozen by the Cold Feet, but yep, gets a kill on a Life Stealer, and Elder Titan is whacking people down with that hammer mace of his, whatever the hell it is. And this is an Earth Splitter on top of Tidehunter now. Well, sucks him in. It does plenty of damage. Not enough for the kill, though. But yeah, Tidehunter's going in, actually. And G with that Exorcism is doing a lot of damage himself. And actually, Elder Titan going in the air with the Yules.
But he's going to go down. You know, Vega got the perfect team fight, but they still traded 3 heroes. So if they can't burst the Tiny down there next time, because they have the positional advantage, it's going to be very, very rough for them to team fight. But I'm really happy they finally came out of their base and started fighting, because they can't wait anymore. As soon as the ults are up, they need to go at it right again.
That Ancient Prowler almost screwed things up, I gotta say. This Ancient, for some reason, aggroed them right here as they were going into Initiate, and he actually did a Stomp as well, right next to them. But Tusk activated the Snowball to go in. Slayer right there, so ended up working out, but that was actually pretty interesting with the start there.
Imagine like Tidehunter gets like ensnared by him.
Yeah, that's what I was worried was going to happen for Vega Squad.
And then like Lifestealer jumps out at the Ancients, like, hey, why didn't you blink in?
Whoops. No, but not the case. They made it work, and yeah, great pick. So just as you're suggesting about making some plays, they do make one there.
Medusa also just reached level 20, so the plus 800 mana talent is online. But you saw the Elder Titan, right? He hit really damn hard.
Yeah, at the later part of that fight, he was thwacking people, like I said.
He's going for AC, actually.
Wait.
What you would expect on Elder Titan.
Elder Titan?
Yeah.
He's going Shivas.
Oh yeah, I meant Shiva, sorry.
Okay.
Because I expected AC on him, but Tiny already built that, of course.
I was going to say, a Tiny has one, really.
Like Shiva's guard on him is not bad, but you kind of want to have that attack speed.
Uh-huh.
But I guess the aura is pretty good too, and you get a 70 attack speed talent, so probably you don't need it too much.
Yeah. Taken care of elsewhere.
Yeah, so Tiny is still going to try to go back for the BKB. I wonder whether he will stick with the decision this time or not.
And it does feel almost odd on the hero because of all that status resistance.
But then again, Tidehunter, you always want to have a BKB against Tidehunter. But if you're Tiny, it's a tough decision.
It's a back and forth.
Yeah.
Understand why he had it queued up earlier, decided not to. You know, that could happen again, so keep an eye on that.
Medusa, Butterfly, another 2,000 gold. After the Butterfly, she's going to be very scary. And that's pretty much just what they're waiting for. Infested again on the Tusk this time. Interestingly enough. Not on the Blink Dagger hero.
He's just going to pop out here.
Ravage is up, Exorcism up. And every second they spend not fighting right now is a second wasted for them. They might even want to try to sneak that Roche again with Aegis and Cheese.
All right, now Elder Titan's in there, but yeah, you do see Lifestealer. He has the MKB now queued up, but I don't know if they can really wait for that to be finished before.
They definitely can't.
Yeah.
They need to make something happen now. Medusa, another 1,000 gold. They feel really confident. They're just even going for towers even without that Butterfly. I don't blame them.
Oh boy,
right,
that's an Echo Stomp. That synergy there. Oh, the toss to finish the job. The Ravage comes in a return though, and they do get the kill on the Elder Titan. Now you have Medusa. Oh, the split shot's activated, going off all over the place. The Blade Mill up as well. Good cogs blocked by Afu. He does trap in the Life Shield. That Death Ward here going off, doing plenty of damage. And Life Shielder's dead for 70 seconds, and no buyback. The Exorcism up, but Super responds with the Stone Gaze himself, and getting the runaway. He gets a Stone up on a Tusk, gets a toss in, and the auto attack to finish him off as well. Double kill coming out for Medusa, but you see the Exorcism is still plenty of a threat for Death Prop. We saw what happened in the last fight. It was these two heroes that worked out in the end, but this time Tiny's up for LFY. So yeah, it's going to be a victory for them. And I mean, maybe the tower. We'll see.
They could Lifestealer, who's pretty much the only other damage dealer next to DP, and both Tiny and Medusa didn't die, so they're just going to get more out of control. And they're still going to get the mid tower because they don't have ultimates. Medusa finished her Butterfly. Oh, she's about to.
Guessing, yeah.
Yeah. She needs to run to the shop and buy it. Yeah. She's going to take the mid tower as well.
We did see the lack of, I mean, Medusa, despite being in the midst of that fight, I mean, her damage wasn't really the greatest.
Yeah, but you can really see why DP is such a great hero right now, especially against Tiny and Medusa. She has so much health, as well as does Tiny. She drains so much HP with that Spirit Siphon. She actually can't die in fights right now, simply because they sustain her so much.
You got the talents that she went for that as well.
They're pretty much going to get a free Roshan right now because they don't have Exorcism or Ravage. They might still want to try to fight here, but I feel like it's a very big mistake.
Very risky. Earth Splitter is ready for Elder Titan. That could come into play as well. The Stomp initially, they do catch the Ancient Apparition as a result, and now you especially don't go in. But actually, Medusa's going to force in a fight. 4 staffs in fact. Monet looking to catch at least a Titan. They easily drop him with that Maledict up, and now G's in trouble. Monet's going to run after him. Avalanche on 10-second cooldown, but he has another toss coming up, perhaps. Going to look to throw him in. The BKB helping with that. You got the Echo Stomp in the back lines, but a good snowball from Slayer, allowing him to go in and at least stay away from the Stomp right there. But now the Root comes out of the suck-in from the Earth Splitter, finishes off the job on a Death Prophet. They pick off Lifestealer, and that's 4 heroes dead, none with buyback.
Yeah, at this point it's pretty much game over. Like, they missed the fighting windows quite a bit, I think. Like, the first time they fought was after Skadi of Medusa, I think.
Yeah.
And once the hero actually has Skadi, it's such a power spike for him. Skadi is literally the item that makes Medusa here it is. Yeah. You get so much mana, so much HP, and it's slow on the Lifestealer. How does he ever fight? And through Stone Gaze as well as Eye of Skadi, it's like almost impossible.